slide. Can you all see this? All right. So the most remarkable thing about this paper was that the structure of the paper was the verbatim, and in fact, it was an exact copy of last year's structure. And in fact, they matched the last year's difficulty level also. Do you people agree? And another remarkable thing is that it is for the first time, and in fact, as a professional, I've appeared for this paper 4 or 5 times, and for the first time that I observed that not a single error was there in the paper. There were certain ambiguities related to the language, like in one of the questions, it was written, in fact, letter 4. Yeah, you're right. In one allowed question, the only set with 6 questions had one ambiguous line, and in fact, it was a meaningless line. Yes, in that very question. Vishek and others, I'm talking about the same question, so one of the lines, but anyway, that line did not make any difference to you, as answers to all the 6 questions were quite clear, despite that line. So now we shall look at each one of these sections one by one. So let's come to DI. What do you feel about the difficulty level of DI this year? Overall cutoff, as we have very clearly written here, should be in the range 48 to 50, at the most 51. Ankit, we have already put the key on our website, so kindly go to our website. So I repeat that the overall cutoff should be in the range of 48 to 50, maybe 51 at the most. And we have already given the answer key on our website, so we are not going to discuss questions here. Gopalan, there seems to be some problem from your side, because to rest of the people, I'm very clearly audible. We put the key almost 30-40 minutes back. So you just visit our website and it should be very clearly visible to you. And in fact, first of all, I would want to draw your attention towards certain things. Then we shall come back to this slide of analysis. So these are some facts related to last year's examination process. Total number of people who appeared for the test was 33,000, and 1,000 people were called for the interview, which means that roughly 1 out of 33 students was called for the interview. And moreover, if you look at the cutoffs also, last year for general category student, the cutoff was 50. Since the overall structure of the examination and difficulty level 2, they all matched that of last year, plus the feedback which we have got from not less than 50 to 100 students, we feel that the cutoff should be in the same range. There are 2 sections in which the difficulty level, at the most 2 sections in which difficulty level went northward. And these sections, are you reading comprehension and DI? Just look at this slide. So 1 out of 33 students, and moreover a cutoff of 50. Now be back here. And let's look at this now. And in fact, I've seen that on many different forums, people have been speculating the sectional cutoffs and all that. And in fact, IIFT does not come out with this information whether sectional cutoffs would be there or not very clearly. But this year, on the very first page of your question paper, they very clearly written that sectional cutoffs would be there. And if we go by last year's sectional cutoffs, in each one of the sections, except that of general awareness, the cutoff was close to 25% of the maximum marks. And in general awareness, it was close to 15%. And I see no reason why it should be different this year. No. Absolutely no subsectional cutoffs. Like in one of the sections, if you have data interpretation and analytical reasoning both, no matter how you get these 9 marks, your overall score should be 9. That is it. You might get 9 attempting all the questions either in DI or reasoning or maybe both. That is it. Similarly, in English also, whether you get your required cutoff of 7 or 8 by just doing RC or by doing verbal, that does not make any difference to them. Sanyam, Gopalan, Pranoy, am I audible to you people? I'm not getting any response from any of you. Am I audible? Can you see the slide? All right, if I compare, in fact, this is something which I've already discussed, but if I compare the difficulty level of this year's paper vis-a-vis difficulty level of last year, so I would say that the difficulty level stayed almost at the same place. In 2 sections, it went up, and the remaining, and in fact, by 2 sections, I mean all the 6 subsections, so to say. In 2 of them, it went up, and remaining 4, it remained more or less the same. So again, those people who get 25% in quantitative aptitude, general awareness, and LRDI, and 15% in GK, plus close to 48 to 50 overall, stand a good chance of getting a call. It's very difficult to say whether the cutoff in GK would be 2 or 2.5, right? But should certainly not be more than 2.5. But my guess is that should not exceed 2 even. The difficulty level is a slightly subjective thing, but in our opinion, the difficulty level of quant, either it remained the same or it came down a bit. All right. So now we shall stay at this slide for some time. There are no different cutoffs when it comes to the first round of calls. There are no different cutoffs for Delhi and Kolkata. No, we do not feel that the DI questions were setters. And in fact, there was one set with 4 questions, which was very, very simple to do. But apart from that, first of all, you had lots of data to manage. So I would say that out of 19 questions you had, maybe 8 to 9 of them, they were quite doable. So, all right, I'll sum up this slide now and then I'll take questions from you. If your IIFT is through, so completely concentrate on SNAP. Just 21 days left for that. Inderpal, how much you are scoring according to our answer key? When it comes to sexual cutoffs, so sexual cutoffs are not different for category people. Vivek Saha. Overall cutoffs would be different. Like last year for SC, ST, the overall cutoff was 40. But when it comes to sexual cutoffs, they remain the same. Kamesh, which question you're talking about? If you do not clear quant cutoff but clear the overall cutoff, you would not get a call. Harshad. And not only quant cutoff, if you do not clear any of the 4 cutoffs, you would not get the call. Any of the 5 cutoffs, 4 sections, and the overall thing. Oh, Kamesh, then you badly need to concentrate not only on SNAP, but SNAP and anxiety both. To start with SNAP. Cutoff for OBC should be in the range of 45 to 47. We have already started flushing it on our website. Tejashvi, in our opinion, 54 is definitely safe for you. 2.5, again, in our opinion, is a safe score in GK. Your GK cutoff should be 2, 2.5. So there are different cutoffs. I repeated that there are different overall cutoffs for people belonging to different categories, but when it comes to sexual cutoff, they remain the same, at least in case of IIFT. Just visit our website, and in the examination corner, you should be able to see it. I do not think that I need to give you any link here. All right. So do you people agree with the analysis which is visible on this slide? The results should be out in the second week of December. Bharat Ravi, the key has already been uploaded on our site. Sagar, it's always better for you to assume that you're going to get the call and start preparing accordingly. Abhinandan, you're just on the border. So the next 15 days or so are going to be difficult for you because almost every evening you're going to spend some time thinking about this, whether you're going to get it or not. My commiserations is all what I can say. And keep one more thing in mind that it is unlikely, in fact, if you're scoring something like 50 in this test, it's unlikely that you would not be clearing any of the section cutoffs. Because it would be almost next to impossible for you to get called, rather get 50 without getting 7 in quantitative aptitude or 9 in LRDI, 7 in VA, or at least 2 in GK. So I can easily assume that for almost 80% of the people, only one cutoff matters. That's your overall cutoff. Of course, there would be some 15-20% people who would get a very good overall score, but would flunk in one of the sections. And keep one more thing in mind, that number of calls varies from year to year, because at times they call close to 1100, 1150 people, at times they call 1000. Among the call getters, if close to 100 people are not called, that might cause a difference of 2 to 3 marks at least, because these are all good performers. Ankit Jindal, again, I would say that you're just on the border in EURC. Overall, in my opinion, it's slightly lower than what it should be. And in fact, your overall is more dicey than your VARC score. 10 in quantitative aptitude is more than safe. Shiv, in general category, expecting a call for anything below 48 would be like expecting a snowfall in Delhi in the month of May. In GK, if I look at total number of questions based on current affairs, so maybe close to 8 or 9. Rest of them, they were all static. In fact, a healthy mix of questions from almost all the areas of GK: geography, economics, history, even polity. Ayesha and Sagar, in fact, we have checked it ourselves. So keys are available there. Just go to the exam corner on our website and it should be difficult for you to find it. Tejashvi, I do not agree completely with you. In GK, in fact, most of, apart from probably 2 or 3 questions which I noticed, I do not think that options were very close. Chatterjee, we shall check it again, and if there is any error, we shall sort it out soon. We shouldn't take more than 15-20 minutes. Uploaded your EOMR? Chatterjee, Aisha, Mayank, Tejasvi, have you uploaded your EOMR? The answer key would not be visible to you if you haven't uploaded your EOMR. I agree that alert section was definitely easy, but in fact, even last year it was not difficult. So I would say that difficulty level of LR section, as I've already told you earlier, was more or less the same. Hard luck, Tejasvi. Fill karna hoga, but I'm sure that you must not have attempted more than 70-75 questions. And at a rate of 2 seconds per filling, it should not take you more than 2.5 minutes. And in fact, it's for you people only. Once we get, and in fact, we have predicted that the cutoff should be close to 48 to 50, but once we get the scores of, say, some 2,000, 3,000 students, so we shall be in a better position to give you the idea, a better idea of your cutoff. Tejasvi, even if you have attempted 81 questions, so UMR finish should not take more than 3 minutes. 81 into 2 is only 162 seconds. 53.20 in our opinion is super safe. Manish Modi, in place of the test form number, you're supposed to give your roll number. Just put your roll number there and get going. Niharika, there are 4 sets and the names are A, B, C and D. And this is mentioned on the left bottom corner of your question booklet, the front page. Rajat, you just need to upload your EOMR. Harshad, the set number is written on the left bottom corner of your front page of the question paper. There are 4 sets A, B, C, and D. And once you look at that, you should be able to understand on your own. Registration number is a roll number. All right, so I will talk about the highlights once again. So one of the things that hardly any error in the entire paper, which is the first for IIFT. Number 2, that bear it in your mind that there would be sectional cutoffs, but no subsectional cutoff. So in LR and DI, if you get 9 marks, or in fact, that is what we think should be the cutoff this year also. And if you attempt only reasoning questions, there is absolutely no harm. And difficulty level, the structure of the paper was almost a replica of that of last year. So, any other questions from any one of you? So just upload your EOMR, get the scores, and no matter whether you're clearing the cutoff or not, till the time all the examinations, including CMAT, are over in the month of February, you have to keep working hard. Mayank, what is the question? Look, it would be slightly unfair to compare IIFT with SNAP, but there are certain similarities. Difficulty level of reasoning of IIFT and SNAP are more or less the same. Ditto for verbal reasoning, or verbal ability, should I say. Quantitative aptitude of SNAP would be much easier than that of IIFT. And the difficulty level of GK in IIFT and SNAP, they again match. Any specific question related to IIFT, the paper which was held today? Kindly avoid asking Snap-related questions. And in fact, in order to get some insight on Snap, or in order to get our insight on Snap, you can visit GP's blog. Shivam, we are getting it checked again. And just have some patience for 5 to 10 minutes. Tejasvi, kindly try it after 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes to be on the safer side. I'm extremely sorry that because of us, you have already invested close to 9 minutes, because I reckon you have already tried to upload your answers 3 times, right? Extremely sorry. Just one of those things that appears which are beyond our control. Some slack. Strategy, just have some patience for 5 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and try it after that. So, all right then. We wish all of you all the very best for your Snap, anxiety, your CAT result, and CMET also if required. Keep visiting us on GP Ka Funda, our website, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. And all those people who have not been able to submit your EOMR sheet, kindly try it after 10 to 15 minutes. All right then, all the best. Thank you.